We are on the N3 where a scholar transport accident has left 18 school children injured. Authorities say they suspect that a left rear wheel came off the taxi, causing it to veer off the road and overturn, injuring 18 school children and 2 adults. And those adults are believed to have been the driver as well as the conductor. And the school children that were injured are aged between 7 and 12 years old. And they were traveling in the direction towards Durban, and the accident occurred just before the Mariannhill Toll Plaza. Emergency services were quick on the scene and the injured were rushed to a nearby local hospital. But I do have with me the ALS paramedic spokesperson, Garrett Jamison, to talk to us a bit more about what they saw. Garrett, when you arrived here, what did you witness? How was the scene?
Yeah, good morning. So, just before 7 we got called, obviously. Initial reports were there was a scholar taxi that had been involved in a collision. It was on the N3 just between Shongweni and Toll Plaza. And for anyone who knows this route, it's got some windy bends there. It was on one of the bends and the taxi was on its roof. So on arrival, as you can imagine, it's traumatic enough for adults, but now you're dealing with small kids. So, crying, screaming, they're injured. Now they're totally terrified. They were probably sitting in the back of the taxi laughing, joking, going to school. Next thing, the taxi's on its roof. So, our immediate response is to try and console them, get them off the road firstly, and multiple ambulances were in attendance, and then, treat them, get their parents' contact numbers and make contact with them to meet us at a facility, to take them through to a hospital. Parents can meet us, so comfort. So, as you can imagine, lots of people had stopped. It's human nature. Children were injured, so everyone stops, fortunately. Fortunately, there was no deaths. I'm not sure how, because if you see the pictures, it's quite horrific. And a breakdown actually had to lift the taxi up to try and help get the people out, including the driver.
And looking at the patients, how injured were they? What type of injuries did they sustain?
Fortunately, most of them were minor to moderate. With the children, they're quite agile. So they had sustained cuts and bruises and lacerations, So they were dressed on scene by paramedics before being taken through to various Durban hospitals, obviously for the further care.